guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Zamp, and today I wanted to go over 10 Years Gone by Led Zeppelin. I play guitar in Get the Lead Out, and we were a Led Zeppelin tribute, and this is one of my favorite songs to play with the band. I've been playing this all over the country, and it's one of the most highly requested songs, and I figured I would show you my approach to it. It's really, it's exquisite. It's really a masterpiece in my opinion. And I do kind of feel like a broken record when I'm talking about that kind of those feelings I get from listening to Led Zeppelin songs. But every song is so different and brings out different emotions in different situations. But this one in particular, it's a guitar player's dream. There's so many cool little riffs and intricacies and like little dabbles of sprinkles of awesomeness that Jimmy Page puts over some of the overdubs and everything. So I really wanted to get into it, and I'm going to break it down into parts. So the intro part, I'm using a Telly, and I'm using my Bad Cat Cub 440R going into my aux box right here. And yeah, starts off in A, and I play it in this position. You can see it in this angle of the camera. Alright, so what I do first is I strum down, and then I lift up my pinky. That's the main part of this section, right? So try that one more time. So we've got the A chord, and you strum from the 5th string down to the B string. Lift up your pinky, G string, back to the B string. Now what I do is I move forward, and it's like a major 7 shape. It's like a B major, B flat major 7, excuse me. But you're not playing the B flat, you're playing the open A. So, that move again. One more time. Alright, so from there you can see in this angle it's my second finger's on the 3rd fret, first finger's on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger's on the 2nd fret. That's what I'm doing. So it's from here. Now the picking part, there's 3 versions of it in the very first one, and the first one and the last one are the same. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the first move, then you're gonna start from the open A string, and you're gonna go to the B string, back down to the D. And you're going to strum an A chord to finish it. That's the first one. The second one is very similar, starts off the same way. Slight little, there's a rest right here, and then it's just a B string down to the D. Always followed by the A chord. So that first one. Second one. Third one. So you're going in that shape. Okay, so, and then the last one after that starts on the A, just like you did in the very first one. So let's run that whole part real quick. What do you say? Okay, so those chords leading into it, it's such a cool transition from such a delicate intro piece, right? This is where it's starting to kind of build up now. So the first, obviously you're going to play the A chord. Then you're going to play a D sharp diminished. You can play it right here in this position, the first fret, second fret, first fret, second fret. Or you can play it here, which is, I believe, the way Jimmy did it. They're all the same chords, or same notes, excuse me. Okay, so we've got A, both 2 hits each. E minor, followed by 2 little chugs. D major 7, same chugs. To your C major 7. So we've got A, D sharp diminished, E minor, D major 7, C major 7. Now let's do that whole thing. And each time he plays this part, those little chugs only happen between the E minor, D major 7, and C major 7. So it's like... You hear that? Only happens between those select chords. So let's try it one more time. We got your A, D sharp diminished, E minor, D major 7, C major 7. And all together it sounds like this. Or in the other position. Okay, and play it delicately on that last one. It's not... There's a lot of dynamics in this song, so the harder you hit the strings, the more crunch you're going to get out of it, the lighter it's going to clean up and be like kind of sparkly. That's how you can get this intro. My guitar is pretty hot, right? My volume is kind of kicking right up at me, but... And then if I wanted to dig in a little bit more... And that's how I approach it live as well. So I've got a lot of headroom in my rig on stage, so if you're interested in that, you can check out that video of my rig right there. But... if you have a lot of headroom, your volume and your dynamics really can be used effectively. And I think that's what a lot of like Jimmy Page's big secret was, is how he was able to use his amps to tone controls his volume and all of that. So moving on, not to digress, but just something to keep in mind. If you're still playing dynamically, this next section happens 4 times in the song. The first and third time are played one way, and then the second and fourth time are played completely different. So, here's what I'm showing you. I'm in drop D, by the way. And that means your low string is in D, then A, D, G, B, E, okay? The riff, the first riff goes like this. So try that again. On your 6th string, you're going 2nd fret to 3rd, open to 3rd. Do that again. Then the next string goes like this. Open, 3, 2. So the first time around, all right, do that one more time. 2, 3, open 3, open 3, 2, A, open A string. And we'll get into that riff in a second. Try that one more time, we'll slow it down. So that's the first and third time. The second and fourth time, it's slightly different. It's a little quirky. It's very pagey, as they say. He changes it up. It's the same, But here, he starts on that E note. That's the only difference. That last little lick. So the second and fourth time. Okay? So all together for the first time, it goes like this. One more time. All right? The second and fourth are like this. All right? And then after that section, we've got the main heavy riff, if you will. So in taking my index finger on the second fret in the A position, like the A5 position, if you will, just your root, fifth, root. And the harder you hit it, you can be on the bridge pickup. I was on the middle pickup. I like the way that sounds. So I'm gonna keep it right there. And you're in the A5 position. I take my pinky and I place it on the fourth fret on that G string. You're really just riding your D and G string the whole time, and then you're throwing in the A note periodically, and you'll catch on. It's not that difficult. Starts off. What I'm doing is, or what Jimmy Page is doing, is he's starting in A, moving up here, your middle fingers on the 5th fret D string, your index fingers on the 4th fret on your G string, your pinky or your ring finger, whatever is easiest for you, plays that C sharp note right here on the 6th fret on the G string. And slides down. And then you're on your 4th fret and your 2nd fret with your index finger, your respective fingers, right? Do that one more time. And you're hitting that 4th string, that 4th fret with your pinky. So the first half, move up, move it down, move it down. So you're basically riding. So what you're doing is you're basically going down chromatically. You're going down from the 5th fret to the 4th to the 3rd, back to the 2nd, which is the 5th of A, right? It's your E note. So down to 4 and 2, do that hammer on, down to 3, hammer on, back to your A. And notice where I'm playing the open A string in there too. That helps keep everything in line, right? Let's try this again. So notice where I keep the A string popping in and out. So listen to that riff one more time. I'm going to keep doing it slow so you can play along with it. Ready? Alright, so the entire riff goes like this. Okay, so those are all of the the main parts of the song. Now there's a whole section over the guitar solo that that's got like really cool rhythm sections and whatnot, but I wanted to go over the actual solo, and if I go over all the parts, man, this video is going to be super long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the guitar solo now. I've got a track I'm going to play the guitar solo over so you can listen to it and check it out. It goes like this. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys my approach to the guitar solo. Now, on the actual record, Jimmy has a phase shifter on it as well, but I'm not going to show you these parts with a backing track or any of the effects. There's just a little bit of verb, as there has been on the track moving forward, or since the beginning. But I just want to show you guys what I'm playing, and I want you to be able to see it clearly and hear it clearly as to what I'm doing. So, the guitar solo starts off. There's this double stop. So what I do, because I'm in the middle of playing the different parts, is I use my pinky and I on the 10th fret right here, I B and E string, and I slide it up to the 10th, or from the 10th to the 12th. And I take my index finger and I go 5 to 7. That's how it starts off. Use your ring finger if you want. Use your ring finger if you want, or use your pinky. From there, you have your E note, right, on your G string. And you're basically going down that arpeggio, right, like a G. Now it moves from there, so you got back to that E, down to your B note, so do that bend. Now this sounds like there's a flutter happening right here. So listen, it goes. That's what I call a little flutter. It's like a quick hammer-on pull-off from that G to F sharp back to a G, right? But you're also playing that B note. So it's to your D, A, slide it down, G, F sharp. Don't hit those with the pick. Slide down, all right? That's what it sounds like to me. So that whole section goes like this. That's the first part. Now the fun part comes. This is the coolest part of the solo. This lick happens twice, right? So what you're doing is your index finger is on the 7th fret, B and E string, and you're hammering on to the 10th fret. The lick goes like this. All right? Do it slowly. That's where it stops. So it's 7 to 10, 5 to 7, it's 2. Repeat it. And then the last time, it's followed by that lick. And run smoothly should all sound like this. Okay? So that second half, you're stopping on the 5, right, on the 5th fret, and a B and E, and you're going. That's what it sounds like to me. So your E note slides up to your F sharp. Then you play your B, F sharp, G, A, B. Okay, so try it like this. One more time. I don't know if I told you that last hammer on there. So it's a. Then it stops. Followed by that lick. Okay, you got that? Let's do it from the beginning now, up through that part. Moving up. All right. So what he's doing is he's going up to the 16, 15, 17, that little triangle position. All right. And what he's doing is I slide into that 16th fret from the 14th, right? On the G string. That starts off, it goes, right? 16 and 15. And you're sliding into that. And now it's all on the B string on that 17th fret. Try that one more time. So. Now from there, there's just super bluesy walk up. All right, and you're still in that same position. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have the 17th fret. You're gonna go. So you bend up, and then 15, 16, 17, respectively. On that A note, that high 17, you bend up, end on the D. And then bend that E note up on the 15 to 17th on the B string. All right, so you're going. Bluesy. You hear that? All right, so you're going 17, high bend, whole step, 15, 17, back to 15, and hit that B note again. So that whole section right here, and you're back to 15, 17, and bend it, pull off, and end on that 17th fret again. Little vibrato in there. I might be doing more than it is on the record, but I think it sounds cool. So, you know, add a little of your own zest to it. 17, pre-bend and drop down. Right? Whole step pre-bend, and on that 15th fret index finger. So that, it's a little tricky, so let me just do it from the beginning. Okay? So that's that section. From there, you're going back to that cool double stop lick. So I'm gonna play that same section leading into the next part where we do the double stops again, okay? So we're going. So that happens a little bit earlier. When you listen to it, it sounds like it comes in early, but it's still in time. So it's a moving forward back to that same. All right, so coming out of that part, do the same double stop. And you don't hammer on those ones. When you go back to the hammering on part, this one ends in a different spot than the first time you do it. So it goes like this. 3rd fret. All right. So you're going and it's all in my one finger that I'm doing that. You can also do it up here in a different position, but sometimes I flub it. So it's definitely easier down here. So what you're doing is you're playing down to the 2nd, down to the 2nd. The last time, 3rd fret, just a D note, then your G. All right. That's it. Those are the notes. So D, G, back to your D, F sharp, G, slide up to that B note. Okay? So from that section, once you get done doing the second round of double stops, you're going to slide back up, and the outro lick, it's all in the same position as we were doing up here. Okay, but the phrasing is completely different. And so coming out of so from there you slide up to the and it ends on that D note. Okay, so let's try that. We'll do it a little bit slower. 17th bend up, walk that bluesy lick. Pre-bend, and on that 15th fret B string. 17. So there's a lot of pre-bent notes in this solo, which makes it which gives it a lot of like emotional feeling, and it's just it's really beautiful when it's played correctly and you listen to it back and you're like, oh man, I get what he's doing. It's definitely tricky and it's weird, but it's pagey. So I'm going to play it one more time, that little last part, and then I'm going to play the whole thing for you at a slower tempo so you can watch and play along. All right. All right, so I'm going to play the whole solo again, no backing track or anything, and it goes like this. All right, So that's the guitar solo for 10 Years Gone, and I may have just played a little, I might have had some other strings ringing out, but that's okay. That's okay. It felt like a good take. Not everything has to be perfect. Not everything has to be on the grid exact. You know, sometimes I think what we should also learn from Jimmy Page is he was a master of knowing when the take was the take. Even if there was like some discrepancies or quote unquote mistakes, it was still a great take, and the vibe and the emotional context was still there in the playing, and that's what cuts through, and that's what makes these songs so special to me. Is that every night I'm trying to replicate how he was feeling on that one moment, and sometimes I hit it really like nail on the head, bang, awesome. And then other times, you know, I'm like, oh man, I just missed it. I've gotta go back and reevaluate some things and try and see what avenue I need to take and where I'm going off, you know. And every time I listen to it and I go back and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I have a better understanding of it now. So everyone's continuing to learn. Everyone's continuing to become a better musician. Anyone who tells you that they're the perfect guitar player on the planet, or they're the best player and they don't need to practice, like, you know, good luck. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. It's good luck. Good luck to those people, if you really think you're that great. So anyway, yeah, that's the guitar solo for 10 Years Gone. Here's all the parts. So that's going to wrap up today's video of how I approached 10 Years Gone by Led Zeppelin. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it's definitely one of my favorite songs that we perform. It's a great way to pay tribute to the one and only Mr. Page, man. I would say we do 10 Years Gone fairly frequently. I mean, like I said also in the beginning of this video, that it's definitely a highly requested song. Not just by guitar players and musicians, but it's like a cult fan favorite. I very rarely hear it on the radio, aside from, you know, the massive hits like Immigrant Song, Rock and Roll, stuff like that. But when I do, it's a real treat because it's unexpected. But yeah, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Again, I'm Tommy Zamp. I play guitar and Get the Let Out. We're a Led Zeppelin tribute. We tour all over the country. And part of what I'm doing on this YouTube channel is showing you guys, whoever might be interested in, I'm showing you behind the scenes of some of the beautiful venues we have the fortune to play, like Red Rocks or Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom. Just amazing venues all over the country, and we have a great crew building the stage every night, and it's just I just think it's a really unique experience that I wanted to capture, basically for us, but also to showcase for you guys to see what the level of the amount of work that goes into putting on a show like what we put on. And everyone involved is so super proud. I'm so super excited to be a part of something like this for 4 years now almost. That is just absolutely fantastic. So I'm playing amazing music written by one of my favorite guitar players of all time, one of the best guitar players of all time. And I try and do it justice every night. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that like and subscribe. I'm going for a new goal of 10,000 subscribers this year. And be on the lookout for more future videos of guitar tutorials and behind the scenes tour vlogs. So until then, my friends, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and I will see you all in the next video.